What's up, THLers? We're back again for another expansion, another season. So here we are, season 26. Incredible. I want to thank the entire THL community for keeping this going. So we got a very interesting night with some teams. So we're going to start off with some introductions, of course. We have Being Rachel is joining us. How you doing, Being Rachel?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Excited for this another reveal stream weekend, I guess we'll call it. Then we have Hearth Center regular Mr. Super Chicken. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good, good. And we were just discussing a little bit of our experiences with the new expansion. So hopefully everybody else is enjoying the same type of fun or hate for certain classes and certain archetypes. But that's not tonight's chat. I guess this is all releasing all the new teams that are kicking out. So we're going to start off with Wild Series season 10. Then we're going to go into Pro Series season 14, which is going to have the Wheel of Doom. So that's going to decide which conference is easy or free, or what I can't remember the other word CMAC may have used once upon a time ago. But then we got Trio Series Season 2 kicking off. Then we'll just kind of do a quick evaluation of each series and who we believe may be the strong teams. So should be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. So why don't we start off with the Wild Series, and Being Rachel can help our viewers see the fun in all the lovely artistry.
Sure.
Wrong one. So, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, so we have the Armored Pride Mule, and the captain is Bone Masher, and the 5 players are Maxi Bond, Stinzy, MTG Squirrel, Ray Bobson, and Slight.
Big regulars in the wild scene. So, all right.
Yes.
Off to the next one there, Chicken.
All right, our next team is Staff of the 5 Dubs, captained by Copa, featuring Gumby, Sprinkle, Devalion. We got Diamond, who is usually neither a wild player or often is not even a player, quite often a captain. And then we have Copa himself playing on this team. It's a pretty interesting team. I think Diamond is probably the biggest wild card for this team, mainly playing standard series, but he's I have known him to dabble in wild from time to time, so I think if he really puts his mind to it, I'm sure he'll find a lot of success in wild series.
Well, it's not like he can't play Hearthstone, so I'm sure there's just kind of educating himself a little bit on like, what's the best decks. So,
well, as we know, wild is easier, like a lot easier.
Is it really?
I something. Wild players would be out of a job.
Yeah, there was a running meme, and then there was, what was it? The bread likely. There we go. So, all right, Rachel, you get to do next one.
Yeah. So we have Wild THL Fanatics. The captain is Dr. BOMD. And then the players are Labor Sangre, Electric Sheep City, Schmoopy Daddy, Neon Heron, and Dr. BOMD. And I am not familiar with any of these players, but guessing because they're in Wild. I'm not familiar with Wild.
Yeah, Schmoop Daddy, I think, just plays Wild primarily, but I don't think I've seen him in any other series in THL lately. But Labora Sangre, E-Sheep plays Legacy. Neon Huron, I think, is Wild, but chat can correct me, and Dr. Bomb is all over the place. So
Okay.
big regulars, just having some fun.
Yeah.
All right, Chicken, you ready for another one?
Yeah, let's take a look. Oh wow, shocker! Wow, guys, it's F2L Viridian.
What?
Wow, and look at this logo. Wow, this is crazy.
I think it's
Wow, wait, what color is it? Oh, it's Viridian. Oh. Wow, okay.
The genius.
Marty's outdone himself this time.
Yes.
That much I can say. Yeah, got like some of the usual suspects on the team, like Memnarch. Oh wait, actually I don't know if Memnarch's usually on the team. I know he like plays I played against him in Wild, I think, but I don't remember if he was on the team at the time. But obviously Marty's been on the team forever. Tachi's played on F2L for quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it like KVLT or is it like KVolt?
Yeah.
I don't know. But
we'll say yes to both. Can't be
yeah,
wrong.
yes to both. But anyway, that's a name I'm not super familiar with. I have seen the name. Oh, it's pronounced Cult. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, Mortal Wombat I've seen around. Yeah, I think having Marty as a captain is just a pretty good recipe for success in Wild. Viridian's done it quite a few times before.
Mm-hmm.
So I think even with some new faces, I think this team is gonna see a pretty good amount of success.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't see Cult in KVLT, but now I can see it clearly, so we're good. Thanks, Chat. Marty's got to work on his color scheme a little bit, but it's all good though. All right, Rachel, you're the second last team in Wild.
Okay, we have Sharpshooting Shakers. Captain is Seth for Christ. And then we have Waluigi Time. Sorry. Seth, Tiger Eye, Lorthos, and OT Zyxa. Sorry if I
was trying to remember myself to give you a heads up during before we started the cast. I can't even think of the name, so maybe there's Isa. There you go.
I just say OTZ.
Yeah.
OTZ is easiest. Yes.
Yeah, that's
OTZ. There we go.
So I think this is a returning team, I believe.
Yeah, a lot of familiar faces here. And this is more my kind of logo here. You got your poorly cropped images. Yep, that's just like looks like one of my teams. You got Comic Sans, love that. Everyone has picked their favorite card from the expansion or something like that. Well, I guess they picked the Highlander cards, but yeah, pick a card that you like and throw some Comic Sans up there, and there you have a logo.
Yeah.
And you don't even need to add some color to the background. It's perfect.
So, Marty, there's some artistic talent you can pull from. Is just DM Seth and see how it got done, or whoever made the design of the logo. So works well. It's all we want is fun and enjoyable logos such as this. So. All right, Chicken, you get the honor of the last team in Wild to announce.
It is the Worgen Greasers, and captained by Hudak. I actually don't know Actually, I was gonna say himself, but I actually don't know if that's the. I'm not 100% sure. So, but looking at the rosters, we have Gades or Egade. Oh God.
Egads, maybe? Oh.
Oh God. Yeah, that makes more sense. Then we have Uriel, Stazari, Zangster, and Judo Chop. I only know Hudak and Judo Chop
Mhm.
from this team because I'm a bit of a wild noob at this point. But Judo Chop has had some really strong seasons in standard series recently, and has like the previous seasons he had really hadn't had like positive records in like Legacy and Hero, but I think the past couple seasons he'd been doing really really well. So I think he's really stepped up his game and has been performing a lot better. So I think if he can adapt to Wild series, I think he'll have a lot of success in the 5, maybe even move all the way up to the 1, and then beat everyone in Wild, and then say Wild is free.
Well, see, this is what I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning Diamond, his feet are dangling and testing the waters in the Wild Series, and then him and Judo Chop can square off at the theoretical 1 seed in Wild in the finals. That would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I could see it.
There, visualize your goal there, Judo Chop and Diamond. Get it.
Yeah, see, what Max doesn't understand here is that this is the new Judo Chop. This is yeah, Max is only thinking of the old Judo Chop that had previously played on many Wild teams, but this is a completely different Judo Chop we're seeing here.
Yep. So there's your teams. Just to go over them briefly, it is we got Armored Pride. Oop, wrong screen. Start from beginning. So we got Armored Pride Mule, Staff of the 5 Dubs, WTF or Wild THL Fanatics, F2L Viridian in Viridian, and Sharpshooter Shakers, and then finally Wergen Greasers. So Brown Conference is set. There's no Wheel of Doom, unfortunately. But yeah. You guys ready for the Pro Series?
For sure.
Yes.
Okay, so Rachel gets to crank first one as soon as I can get it up here. There we go.
All right, so we have the Aussie Pro Mafia, Captain Bone Masher, and we have Maxi Bon, Yo Daddy, Bone Masher, Reverb, and Oddlaw, which are all very good players. I did get to face these players last season. So I'm looking forward to it again.
Yeah. All Aussie players or New Zealand players, I think. So.
Yes. Very strong team.
Yeah, sorry, Ron. It flashed up there for a sec, so hopefully nobody saw it. Anyway. Any comments there, Chicken, or?
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense that this team is running it back. Like, why wouldn't you, after having like literally the greatest pro regular season of like out of any team ever, and then making it all the way to the finals too. So, and only losing out to the very strong Brushy Tuna team. So, yeah, I think it makes sense that these guys all want to stick together and keep playing together. And I'm sure there's some camaraderie there with like you mentioned, them all being from Australia or New Zealand. So yeah, I'm not really surprised that this team's still together, and I think they're gonna be really really good again this year or season.
So I got a random question
I
to
agree.
to chat is how many shrimps on the Barbie will these guys throw on the barbecue to win the championship? Oh, prawns. My bad. So, all right, I'm going to move on before I get in trouble. All right, ready, chicken?
Indeed. We have the staff of the 4 Dubs and Milo. So yeah, this team has 4 good players and Milo. Once again, captained by Copa, but this time with Nice Jewish Owl, Stinzy, Elbomb 25, and Hustle. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the Wild team a little bit, but yeah, Copa usually likes to play with Milo on a lot of his teams, and actually a couple of these people Copa tends to play with. But yeah, I think this team's pretty solid. Nothing too surprising in terms of the roster, but I do really like I forgot to mention from when we were taking a look at Wild, but I do really like the logo. I mean I like the staff of the 9 frogs in general, but yeah, adding a couple other touches to the staff is pretty cute.
Wonder who did the logo, whether it was Copa's genius or maybe Al's. Who knows?
This looks a little too high quality for Milo, I think, but
Okay.
I could be wrong.
All right, Rachel, you want to announce the next one?
Yeah. So we have The Last Dance. Captain is Diamond. And then we have Neji Boston, Agent PWE, Donkey, Heat Shock, and Aquaman. I believe, is this a new team or no? I believe I did play.
It's a little
Agent
bit
last
different from the
season.
team last season. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
I was just say it looks a little different.
who was on the team last season? It was me, like Neji and Agent PWE were on the team last season, but it was also myself and Nice Jewish Owl were on the team along with Dreadeye. So us, instead of those 3, it's Donkey, Heat Shock, and Aquaman replacing us. So yeah, we got Mike Breen there in the bottom left. We got Jimmy Buckets. I think that's Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah,
I can't.
The one, the
I can't
second one
remember.
from the left. Yeah.
You got KD. You got Dennis Rodman, and then you got MJ and Phil Jackson there. I forget. I actually don't know who's who. I think Muggsy is Aquaman because Aqua's kind of short. But other than that, I'm not sure. I think Neji is like Kevin Durant because he's really tall. But other than that, I am not 100% sure.
I enjoy the logo. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, ready for the next one?
All right, now we have opportunistic pro players, which is a returning team name and captain, I think.
Yes.
I don't remember who was on the team last season, but I do know almost all these players at least. So we have Laborious Sangre, Tazari, King Viking, Pilot, and Tito Santana. Okay, Max has informed me this is another run back. So okay, all of these players are the same. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I was just trying to think where they placed last
Wild,
season. Yeah.
Wild is looking.
I remember this team.
Or sorry, Pro's looking pretty stacked
team.
again. Like this is another pretty solid team. Like we certainly haven't seen any teams where I thought like, oh, this team might not do very well. But this is like another. I feel like there's so many teams that could easily just like exceed my expectations and just do really well. It just I think it just depends on who on the team gets hot at the right time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ready for the next one?
Yep. So we have AFG Pros, which is my team actually. We have Captain Dragon Rider, Flying Kraken, me myself being Rachel, and Jagatari, and this week. And I'm really excited to see how we do this season. Last season was kind of the first season for Jagatari this week and myself. And, well, we didn't do that well, but we did learn a lot, I think. And it's nice to see that even though we may not have done that well, we're still sticking it out and we're going to try it again. And I think we all had a lot of fun. So I hope that everybody does a little bit better this time, but even if we don't, I hope we just have some fun.
Just blame Dawn. It's fine. She got big shoulders. Love you, Dawn. So, any comments, Chicken, before we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think like this team last season certainly made a lot of improvements kind of like throughout the season. It felt like they were starting to like string some wins together, getting close to the end of the season. And I think they actually had like a pretty good
Right.
showing against APM late in the season, if I remember correctly. So definitely like I think as the season went on, it seemed like the team synergy kind of started to come together a bit, and they were starting to, I think, get used to the format a bit more. So I'm excited to see how they bring that into next season.
All right. Next one, is it chicken? Yes, super chicken.
And we have all possible means. This is this is a good logo. I like this one. But yeah, we have Laughing Frog making her return, I think. Laughing Frog is back, but captaining this time, which you don't see every day. Usually she plays in PR'd series in like Legacy and Hero. So this is definitely an interesting change of pace, but I'm excited to see her back because she's always been a great member of the THL community. And and she is captaining five pretty solid players. We have the returning Fauchot, who last won Pro Season 5. So he's taken quite a hiatus for about like 3 or so years now. But he's making his return, and we'll see how rusty he is. But I have seen him playing Arena a bit lately, so maybe he's back. But yeah, also joining for show and Laughing Frog are Parawax, K-Bell, Caleb EM, and Eggrolandia. Yeah, lots of these. I've seen the one man spam for show in chat. Very nice.
Yeah. If anybody's been on Ron Mexico's stream, Fauchot likes to get Ron Mexico to say these alliteration type paragraphs and makes them say it fast. So that's just stick. And Ron sometimes makes it and sometimes doesn't. So you're 50-50, Ron, but you do well. I don't know how I do, but it's all good.
Oh yeah, this is also an APM team. I just realized.
Yes.
This is a strong team, definitely.
Eggrolandia,
Yeah, that name
is
is new to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Next one.
Okay. Okay, next up we have Imposters. I love that name, by the way. Um, we have Captain Lemur, um, Chewie, the Toucher, Halo, and Zangster. Um, I don't know if I remember this team last season. I do remember some of these players though.
Yeah, I think Lemur and the Toucher. I think Geranium's stating a couple things in chat there, so
Oh,
little adjustments, but I love the logo itself as well. So the Imps enjoying some.
yes, there's some good players. I'm interested to see how they do.
Yeah. I think Chewie joining the team will be a big help. He's the only person on this team that I've teamed with in the past. I got to play with him in the most recent draft series. Like, I guess it was like 2 seasons ago, or was like one, or was it like last off season?
It was
I can't remember.
last off season was the last
Okay.
draft series we did. Yep.
But yeah, he's definitely a very skilled player, and he's fun to talk with. So I think he'll be a great addition to the team.
All right. Next one is oldie but goodie.
We have the Cheesemongers United. Pretty much a pro staple at this point, kind of akin to Brushy Tuna. Maybe not that much of a staple, but certainly a team that has been around for a few seasons now and has made a pretty solid name for themselves. We have Not Bamity captaining once again. And I think this is the same team again for like the third season in a row, I think. So
Seems
yeah,
right.
I mean this team has made pro finals just a couple of seasons ago. And they've pretty much done well every season they've been together. So I think it makes a lot of sense for them to stick together, kind of like some of the other teams that have found success. This is certainly one of those teams that has the potential to win a pro championship, in my opinion. So certainly one to look out for this season.
Yep, definitely.
All right, and on to the second last one. Don't be surprised, people. The color's going to be sharp. But there it is. Rebobson.
Okay. They've outdone themselves this time.
They learned from, I think, 3FL from last season. That's where they brushed and polished up the red.
Yeah, I think it was a black background last season. Okay, so we have F2L, Captain Ray Bobson, and then we also have Itachi, Marty B, F Saurus, and Seth for Christ.
Yeah, it looks like F Saurus. I always get thrown off too. It's F Sriracha. That's what it is. F Sriracha 1.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I see. That makes sense. I think this was the same team as last season. I'm not sure about Sriracha. I don't remember.
Yeah, he used to play THL probably about 4 or 5 seasons ago, I'm going to guess. Took a leave and then came back. So happy to have him back.
This is also a strong team.
Chicken
Looking
scared of
forward
that.
to it.
Chicken scared of that Marty B guy.
That I am. Yeah, we got, I mean, at least 4 of these players I know have played on F2L more than once. F Sriracha is the only name that I did not recognize. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember playing against them in THL. Like if it was 4 or 5 seasons ago, I must have ran into them at somewhere. But yeah, the name doesn't really ring a bell to me. So yeah, I kind of have no idea what to expect from them. But the rest of the F2L team is pretty
Yeah.
solid, and I'm sure they'll do fairly well.
Yeah, I think they primarily played Hero and maybe dabbled a bit in Legacy, but anybody that wants
Okay.
to dig into the overall or lifetime stats on the THL website can educate themselves. But yeah, pretty good player. I think their first year when they first joined THL was like a undefeated or at least a 6-1. So in the 4 or 5 seed. So a little bit different in the pro, but yeah. So Diamond said that, yeah, rookie sensation when they joined. That's right. So all right, everybody ready for the last team to announce? Don't be
Let's take a look.
shocked. Don't be shocked. Hopefully
Wow.
everybody
Wow,
forgot.
look at this team. Crazy. Yeah, wow. Okay,
Hey,
Ron, you great logo, buddy.
yeah,
You've done it again.
I think
Oh, look, they added another player who is like a former GM, qualifies for Masters tours. Wow, they added. Look at this.
got 2
The,
board
the
members on there. What?
yeah, what's going on here? The Jan, the best team in pro just got better. Okay. Can we just go to the wheel now, Saku?
Yeah, cut the music.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember
Top
any
3
of
people
them.
are washed. Never played Hearthstone before. Kind of new to THL. You know, same old, same
Yeah.
old.
Well, good luck to them.
Look at Ron putting a little bit of snow in tunas. Like, where do you find snow on a tuna logo? I don't get it. But anyway, yeah. So last year's champions, in contention for this year's champions, this season's champions.
It could be. I think if they, work on maybe improving some of their weaker areas, I think they could. I think they definitely have the potential to make playoffs at least.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we really haven't seen that sort of like that playoff mentality from this team. So that'd be something they have to kind of prove to everyone and to themselves come playoff time.
There you go. We're gonna try and get it together. Yeah, Ron, work on that, dude. So, all right. So we're gonna go into the next segment of the assigning the teams in their divisions. So we have a wheel, which should show up in a second, hopefully. There it is. So we're gonna start off with Black Conference first. So being Rachel, I'll do the spin here. And
Okay.
for those that are new here, new or haven't seen the Wheel of Doom yet, or new to THL for that matter, we only do the wheel when it comes down to like the teams being almost equally split within the conferences. So in this case here, 10 teams, be 5 teams aside, so they get to have fun. All right, so Rachel, I'm gonna try and make sure I click the wheel, and once it lands, you get to announce. Ready?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, new wheel, Geranium. I just thought I'd try this one. So.
Looks like F2L is the winner
Yeah.
of the Black Conference.
They are starting off in the black. So, move that person. Chicken, you get to... I guess I got to widen this out a little bit, don't I? One moment, please.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
the wheel's malfunctioning.
It's now square. All right.
Excellent.
Okay. Spinning the wheel. Pink conference up.
Oh, it's brushy tuna.
I think they're changing conference. They were black conference last time. Ron, you can update us on that.
Yeah, I think that they were. They were black.
That's such a yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave that one alone. So we'll go into the black conference for the next team. Rachel, let's go.
Okay, the imposters.
Okay. Chicken, you get next one.
Ooh, we have all possible means.
See if that interrupts the. Okay. There we go. Rachel.
And it's the AFG Pros. So we are at black conference again.
Chicken.
Oh, we have CMU joining the pink conference.
All right. Black conference.
The staff of the 4 Dubs and Owl joining black conference.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There we go. Chicken with
We have The Last Dance joining pink conference.
Okay. This should be 50-50 choice for black.
Oh. And that is Aussie Pro Mafia joining black.
Okay, so that this black conference is set. Now we have to figure out who's going to be in the pink conference. And Chicken, I don't want you to hurt yourself on this one. I'm trying not to blast my brain of who's going to be in there.
That. Opportunistic pro players in pink. Believe it or not.
I believe. Okay. So, there you have it, folks. Somebody screenshot it, slap it on the old channel, Pro Series channel. After the stream, of course. Don't put any spoilers. But yeah, that sets the tone. Chat can update us on which conference is going to be free. But yeah. Now we'll continue on to our trio series. Chicken, I guess if you don't mind letting maybe some of the new viewers know what trio series it actually is.
Yeah, so Trio Series is a little bit different from other THL series where you will have 3 players all together to compete in 1 match a week. And it runs in a 6-week Swiss format with the top 8 teams. I mean, at least for the past 2 seasons, it's been the top 8 teams qualifying for playoffs. And then in playoffs, it's a single elimination bracket. Or was it 6 teams that qualified last season? It was 6.
It was 6, yeah. So, and it is a money series. If I couldn't remember if you mentioned that, but yeah. So throw $30 in for a team of 3 players and try and get in the top. Is it top 6 or top 4? They get money. I can't remember. But
yeah, I think we made a profit of $2 last season.
Whew.
So, well, $2 each. That is. So that's I mean that's like you walk over to your local Tim Hortons. That's a donut for sure. So that is a massive win for us. So we're
time and money well invested. So, but yeah,
It sounds like fun though.
It's a huge fun series where you get to, as Chick may have mentioned, just where you all 3 get to chat and discuss and play against another team that's doing the same. So it's not just a single player. It's a group effort, vocal group effort. So it's pretty fun. So, all right. So
Yeah.
let's get rocking and rolling for the first announcement of the team. Hopefully I don't mess this up. I'm just going to try and do a transition here. Where are we? Studio mode. Where did it go? All right. Cool. You're on track. So go ahead there, Rachel.
Okay, so we have the AFG trios. Captain is Azalai Akari. And then we also have Dankest Dad and Flying Kraken.
Yeah, when I saw this logo, I was very impressed. So, Azalea, maybe Azalea can let us know who cranked that one out. But yeah, it's Dankest Dad makes it, and the scowl on Azalea is pretty funny too. So. All right, Chicken, you ready for the next one?
Definitely. We have the reigning champions of Trio series, the One Owl Amalgam Band, with a nice Jewish Owl, Hustle, and Copa. That's another Copa team with some Copa teammates. Yeah, these guys won Trio series last season, so certainly makes a lot of sense that they would stick it out together. But I think even if they had gone like 0-6 last season, we would probably see this exact team again here. These guys are pretty well known for playing together, and I'm sure they have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. Yep, I would agree. So I wonder if they share a copium mask or they have their own individuals.
You would have to ask them for that.
Yeah. Might have to ask them when we're doing a broadcast of a trios match with them, so I'll just write that down. So Al says yes, but I don't know what yes means. Yes, you share, or yes, you have each one. But you can save the mystery for a stream. All right, Rachel, you ready for the next one?
Yeah. Okay, so we have the gang gets top decked. That's an interesting name. Captain DeSharmo,
Mm-hmm.
Ron Mexico, and Lotus Knight. It's a strong team here. They're all strong teams, honestly. As far as I can tell.
I think Ron has a typical coaching method for the opponent to basically get the right card at the right time in order for them to lose a match. So I remember him saying that in a stream that we were casting. So them's the
Oh
breaks,
wow,
though.
okay.
That's where it came from, I think. So, but Ron can educate us when he gets a minute. Yeah,
We
see?
call Ron the great educator.
Great at getting top decked. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just following the theme. Yep. Okay. Is that a anti-top deck plan, Ron?
It's like, are you getting the top deck or are your
Your
opponents
opponent
getting
is,
the
yeah.
top deck? Oh yeah, yeah. That's always fun.
Mm-hmm. All right, ready for the next one there, Super Chicken?
Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, we have Swagoy here. Another returning team, captained by Edelweiss with players Molstar, Cookie Monst, and No Glocko. So I think, yeah, I don't know if I don't know if Edelweiss was captain last time, but I definitely know that this is the same three players at least. And yeah, this team made finals in Trio Series last season against the One Owl Amalgam Band. So, and I think I know Molstar and No Glocko have been on Swagoy for quite some time, at least for as long as I've been in THL, which is coming up on almost 4 years now. So these players have been around for quite a while. And yeah, I know Cookie Monst is their pilot in Trio Series, so also a very integral part of the team. And I think this team will probably have some similar success this year.
All right, Rachel, you ready for the next one?
Yeah. We have Judo's Enraged Orcs. Judo Chop is the captain, and then Eternal and Chewy.
Yeah, I think this returning as well for the past maybe 2 seasons, if I could guess.
I think this is their second season.
So, just
I
trying to
think they
remember.
formed this team after Eternal, Chewy and I played together in draft series.
Oh, okay. Solid
That
group.
is a nice logo.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Lots of angry, teeth-baring orcs.
Yeah.
All right. Ready for the next one?
Indeed. We have the W Gang featuring Lemur, Lowbrow, Low Ladder, and Halo. This team actually won the inaugural Trio Series, or I guess Trio Series Season Alpha.
Yeah.
So
Lamp.
yeah, another I mean, at least a playoff favorite, I would say. Definitely have had some success in the format before. I think they definitely made playoffs last season. Either fell in the quarters or semis. But yeah, certainly another team to watch out for and to be, or I guess to fear if you're against them in any of your regular season weeks.
Yep. And I think Gimme Lamp, she was on this team, and now Halo kicks in and adds a little bit of depth, I guess, more depth than they already had. So, well, so we got an update there from Gimme Lamp in chat. So never playing HS ever again. There you
Nice.
go. Well, hopefully you'll still visit the channel there, Gimme Lamp. So, all right. Next team.
All right. We have the Cheesemongers United. And captain is Pyrolama. And then we have Not Bamity and Dr. Bombed. And again, I'm not really familiar with any of these players.
Yeah, it's quite. They've been around for a bit. Pyrolama and Not Bamity and Dr. Bomb playing various series, whether it's Hero, Legacy, or
I'm pretty
Pro.
newbie here.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get it.
I'm trying my best.
It's okay. No, I appreciate it. So,
Thanks.
just for our newer viewers out there as well, it's a pretty well established team in the last many moons at THL. So they repeated for this season. So, all right, on to the next one.
We have Swipe Right for Garrosh, captained by Stinzy, and he is teaming with Panacea and I Am Moon, which I believe this is another returning team to trios. I think it does seem like in trios you see a lot more longevity for team rosters. Seems like people tend to find a couple of players they like to team with and kind of stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, it definitely seems like the different format of trios where you're like all in a call talking together for like every match. I think the kind of team synergy aspect is way more important and kind of comes up a lot more. Like if you hate talking with your two teammates, it's gonna be a problem. Like your team will undoubtedly do worse. So like I think a lot of the teams that have found players that they like seem to really be kind of sticking together.
Which makes sense, yeah, because you know each other's tendencies, thoughts, in certain situations, and
Mm-hmm.
thankfully we had to capture that with a few THL streams at the time to see how the teams interact and react to their opponents' plays and such. So
There's also the alternative theory of these are just the people who can afford to pay.
funded by certain
Probably
individuals.
pretty true.
Yeah. So, all right, the next one.
Okay, so then we have The Last Dance, which is Super Chicken and Diamond and Neji Boston. And we have Super Chicken here. I don't know if you want to say anything about your team.
Yeah, this is I mean, we've been playing trios for the past couple seasons. Yeah, the team's just pretty fun to play on. We just kind of get to discuss our lineups together every week. Past couple seasons, Diamond and Edgy have been playing a lot less Hearthstone than me, so I've been doing most of it. Not to call them out or anything. I generally enjoy lineup prep anyways, but they're kind of riding my coattails, so to speak. This season I plan on turning it around. This season I plan on doing nothing and making them do all the work. And if we don't make playoffs, then so be it.
So who's the pilot typically? Neji, right?
Usually me. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
either me or Neji, depending.
Okay.
I think like Neji has piloted a good amount, but I think like I've probably piloted like 60 to 70% of the time, and Neji's done the rest.
Oh, so you have the better APM. That's what it is?
I'm honestly like APM is sort of important because if you get discussing stuff on the rope, you do need someone to play things quickly. But I find with like it does feel like a different format in trios because you really want to avoid those situations in general where people kind of are rushed to make a decision or like rush to come to a conclusion. And I find like we generally try to make at least like sometimes make the simpler decision if time is like a factor. So I think like uh me being like a faster player doesn't really come into it too much because we generally try to avoid that.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Neji's
It'd be
claiming.
really interesting
Oh,
to watch you guys working together, like to be able to see maybe like one of the matchups.
Oh yeah,
It'd be really
you should tune
interesting.
into the trio streams because the casters actually listen into the voice channels of the team, so you can actually kind of hear what they're thinking of.
Oh
And if you're
really? Oh, I didn't
yeah,
know that.
yeah, it's very exciting. And if you're a trios team, you should volunteer as much as possible to be on stream because I think, at least for me, it's very fun to listen in on other teams and see how they think, or just like hear some funny moments or something.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be really interested to see that.
so we'll try and get a little bit more trios matches. So be prepared to have your DMs activated. I guess is the best word for it. Or so
Keep your DMs open. Saku will be messaging you.
that's right. Actually, there's a team chat, so I can do that there. That's perfect. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, spam incoming. All right, for the next team, it is another
We have
Canadian
a
group.
thorn between two roses, captained by Yoxter. And teaming up with Yoxter are Wangor and Tweeg. Um, I don't remember. The team was called like Easy something last season, I think.
Yeah,
Um, who was on? I know. Where was it? Yoxter and was Wangor on the team last season?
yeah. Yatster and Wengor are brothers.
Oh, okay.
And Tweeg is Tweeg. So
Tweeg is Tweeg. That is for sure.
all from Nova Scotia. So or
Oh,
live in Nova
okay. I didn't know
Scotia.
Tweeg was from Nova Scotia. That's cool.
I think he was born in Newfoundland, but
The
lives in Nova
proportion of
Scotia.
THL players from Nova Scotia to like the rest of the provinces is actually crazy. Like if you think about like what's Nova Scotia's population has to be like what like 500,000 or
500.
something at
Yep.
most
Yep.
compared to like there might actually be like more players from Nova Scotia than like Ontario, who has like 20x the population.
Wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah, quite a few Nova Scotia players, that's for sure. So over the years in THL, so Corrigan and God, what was his name? There was Phoenix, and then there was another guy, Chigmo. Chigmo was from Nova Scotia. So yeah, they're running it back, so we could see if Tweeg actually helps the two roses. But yeah. So go to the next one.
Okay, so then we have always Sussy, always Sussy Union. Captain You Kitten Me. and Skirt Reynolds and Tab.
Running it back, running it
I'm not
back.
familiar with any of these players.
Yeah.
Yeah, these three guys are all from Arizona State University, hence the ASU acronym. Um, I think they've
Oh,
all graduated by now, I think. But yeah, that's why they have the the heads you're seeing on Ragnaros's card. There is the ASU mascot Sparky the Sun Devil. Um, and I think
oh.
the card is oriented like this because in the past, Marty had told them they couldn't submit like a vertical logo. So last season they had stretched it. They basically stretched out Ragnaros to be like horizontal.
Hmm.
And this season they have rotated Ragnaros.
Well, that's great.
They kept
Yeah,
within the format. So
hmm Yeah, no, I've teamed with all three of these guys, and they're all really fun to play with, and their comms are pretty hilarious.
yes.
Um, and I mean they're pretty good about like volunteering to be on stream and stuff. So certainly expect to see some more ASU on stream this season.
Yeah, I think they were number one in the regular season for trios when it first kicked out. So it's season trio series in alpha.
Mm-hmm.
They were 6-0. So
Yep, they've made playoffs both seasons.
mhm,
They lost in round one in the first season. I believe they made the semis last season.
they did, yeah. Yeah. So strong team. And we're going to
Yeah.
go to the final one, which is, I believe it's a new team, 2 trios. Eventually it'll go up on screen. There you go. Okay. Did we lose chicken?
Oh, sorry. I actually completely forgot that it was my. I said so much about ASU. I was like, okay, it's Rachel's turn. Okay, no, it's not. Uh, yeah, we have Defias, captained by Wild9. Not playing though is Wild9. It's actually Classy Thug, the Real Allure, and Walkerman, who I know at least Classy Thug and the Real Allure have played on Wild9's legacy team.
Right.
I'm not sure if Walkerman has. But these are all I think they're all sort of Defias known Defias associates, I would call them.
Accomplishes. Yeah. There we go.
With some strong players. I am familiar with some.
There you go.
For
We
sure.
got Walker Man saying they were in Legacy last season, so that's cool.
Okay, good to know.
Their logos. I don't know who does the logos, but they've been pretty fresh lately. So last few seasons.
Yeah,
So,
no, there's some good detail behind the classic logo.
mhm.
It's it's a cute little graphic design moment.
All right. So that was the last team to announce on the trio series. And kind of is concluding our stream a little bit, but I thought I'd ask the Rachel and Super Chicken. We'll start with Rachel first. In Wild Series, who do you feel is strong team? I know this is fairly new to you, but you can just, I guess, hit the top 2 that you feel.
Sure. I'm going to say Armored Pride Mule, definitely. And possibly the staff of the 5 Dubs.
With that sprinkle of diamond, is that what's going on
that
here?
is, I don't really know anybody else, honestly.
No, that's cool. Chicken?
But,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go with the Sharpshooting Shakers.
Okay.
I feel like it's a pretty safe pick here, but I mean, OTZ, Tiger Eye, Seth, Waluigi Time, like and Lorthos, those are all really, really solid players. I think I personally played against one or two of them when I played in Wild Series, and they're very strong opponents. And certainly one of the teams that gave us a hard time. So I think they have some really strong players, and they're pretty seasoned. They're a pretty seasoned Wild team as well. So I think they're going to have a lot of success.
I'm going to throw my 2 cents in, and I'm going to say the color green might be good near the end of the
Quite the
season.
bold statement.
And I am going to say working greasers seem to be pretty strong. So if Judo Chop helps even capture, like, say, 2 or 3 games out of, gosh, how many games would there be in a 6-team season? 8? That's a guess. So,
Excellent question.
So, but yeah, I'll say working greaser. Just they were so close at one point, maybe a season or 2 ago. Got close. But yeah, the green machine might continue on. So hopefully I'm wrong. But we'll see. Now we switch over to pro. So we're going to start with chicken first. Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah. Can I just pick brushy tuna and like
No, brushy tunas. You can't pick brushy tuna.
I can't pick brushy tuna.
No.
Oh, okay. I'll pick the team that had the literal best regular season ever in APM. How about that? I think that team will be pretty good.
There you go. Yeah, no, brushy tuna is going to be pretty high up there, but they do have some strong competition. So they got another 10 teams or potentially 5 teams to rip through. So what was the other team you said? Chicken?
Oh, I just picked APM, like
APM,
the
okay.
Aussie Pro Mafia.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep. Rachel.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. Say brushy tuna and Aussie Pro Mafia as well.
All right. Gosh, I can't even think of. So Mafia should get there. And I'm going to say that the Last Dance might beat up on Brushy Tuna this season. We'll see. We'll see.
One can hope.
Yeah, that's true.
They got a thing called Heat Shock, and Aquaman
Heat
is.
I actually, if I had to guess from the logo, Heat Shock is definitely Dennis Rodman because he does drive me a little bit insane when I play against him.
Yep. Yeah, and for those that don't know Heat Shock, he's and haven't been a teammate of Heat Shock. I'm just the last 3 seasons I've been thankfully a teammate of Heat Shocks, and he submits his classes right at probably at the 2-second mark of 2:59:57. So he's mad genius, as Ron said in chat. Yeah, so. All right, so trios. We're going to see if we can pick 3 or 4 teams. So we'll start with Rachel on who you feel is going to do some damage.
I'm gonna say a Swaggo, and the gang gets top decked.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe AFG trios.
There you go, chicken.
Gonna pick my boys at ASU for sure. Got to. I'm also going to pick. I'm gonna say pick the W Gang. Another pretty solid team, and then I will also pick I'll pick swipe right for Garrosh. But honestly, like a lot of these teams are really really good. I think so many of them have really good playoff potential. But yeah, that's the tough part about trios.
Yeah.
It's actually like I don't know. It feels tough to make playoffs. I think like both seasons that I played in, it felt like I think the playoff race came down to the last week for us.
Yeah, it's definitely the competition seems, because it's 3 players and because of the nature of how the game is really played, or the series or matches are played. Yeah, it makes it super interesting. So
Mm-hmm.
so my quick ones, I guess it's gonna be Swagoy. I'm gonna say Owl. Owl gets back up there with their copium magic. And then I'll just because it's local, I'll go with the Thorn Between Two Roses. So we'll see. We'll see if we can bring some Nova Scotia power. See if that's a factor or not. So, but there you have it, folks. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Tomorrow night is going to be possibly Jolt C and Geranium Battle, bringing in the Hero Series and Legacy Series team reveals. It won't be at 9 a.m. like Fichot pointed out to me this morning. So that was a typo, obviously. So apologize to that. So it'll be at same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Again, that'll be kicking off the old Hero and Legacy series. Each of those series have a PR cap of 1850. So that puts a little bit of stress and strain on the captains themselves to make sure that everybody fits within the PR range. Yeah, so any final questions from, or I guess comments there from Being Rachel and Super Chicken? We'll start with you, Rachel.
I'm just really interested to see what happens with the new expansion, and really excited for just to see what decks everybody's going to bring. I really just have no clue yet, but I'm excited.
Chicken.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested to see how the meta pans out. It seems like we have definitely a few decks that are dominating the meta as of right now, but it'll be interesting to see how that translates to both Conquest and Last Hero Standing in closed and open list.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the teams, I think we saw a lot of really, really strong teams. And I think especially in I don't know, even across all 3, the fields seem pretty stacked. I think maybe Pro more so than the other the other leagues. It seems like Pro has some pretty seriously good teams this season. So it'll be interesting to see who actually makes playoffs there, because it's only top 2 from each conference. So it's a pretty hard cutoff. I think there's going to be some pretty good teams that are on the outside looking in at the end of the regular season.
Yeah, I think we found out this season past the playoffs themselves seem to go a lot faster. So, not to mention that the friggin' expansion kicked us all in the chin there pretty much a month earlier. But
yeah, that was a shock.
So, but yeah, I agree with the level of talent and the way the teams are built in each of the series has been it's going to make things exciting, and to see who makes the playoffs and who wins their prospective series. So with that, again, I want to thank Being Rachel and Super Chicken helping me out doing the announcements. I want to thank all the individuals that were able to watch us have some fun and doing the announcements and enjoying the logos, even the green logo and the red logo and the black logo.
Yeah, thank you for having me on this.
You got it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your rest of the Saturday night, and we will see you Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.